Hey, hey. Just need to announce this. Hey, Bjorn. Yay. Wait for some people to join. Who have we got first today? Monolos. We've got Monolos, then Mickey Doc, then Artham, then Thissy, then Bjorn, then Low Shape, then Bamunya. Okay. Hey, Low Shape. Let's find Monolos.
All right, all right.
Hey, Gustavo. Yes, I'll do your track after this one. cool. I really like the bass line in this. The groove is great. That melody is nice and catchy. I like pretty much most of the way it's composed. It feels good. It's mostly just the mixing of it. Like the low end is really boomy. Just all round, I think it sounds like it's being pushed so hard into the limiter. It's like the kick is distorting too. You can kind of see it here being squashed by the limiter. So yeah, I think probably just need to turn stuff down. But if I just had to try with EQ. I think that pretty much solves it. There's a part here where the chord gets super dissonant. It almost sounds out of key. But I kind of like it. I don't like how sidechained the chords are, though. I don't think they need this pumping sidechain on them. I think it would be a lot more effective if they were just like completely unsidechained and just like flowing over the track. But yeah, pretty cool track. It's got a very catchy bass line. Fun times. Okay, so I said I would do Gustavo from last week because he donated and I didn't manage to get to him. Let's not make a habit of that, though. I don't want to start building up a queue of like undonated stuff. And then the weeks just build up more and more. So this is an exception. But in the future, I'm going to have to just put my foot down. Gustavo. What is your name in here?
All right.
I just sent the audio in the channel. Oh, okay. Guess it's this one.
All right.
What's with all these distorted kick drums today? I don't know if this one is distorting or if it's just like some weird character in it. Sounds distorted though. Hang on, is there something wrong with my sound? because it's weird that, this hardly ever happens, but we've got two tracks. The first two tracks of the day have this distorted low end on them. And I feel like maybe there's something wrong with my speakers. I just need to check. I don't know. Let's check a track from Daddy. No, it's not my speakers. Maybe something wrong with the routing through Ableton. Let me just see. Let me just check another track here quickly that I know isn't distorted.
Looking for a feedback, Jules. 3.
My music collection. Let's go for a bit of something thumpy. There you go. I think that one's a thumpy boy. Why is this happening now? Yeah, you've come in too hot on this one. Yeah, I don't think rendering it in 24 bits would cause it to distort like that. It sounds to me like you're just running it too hot through your master. Okay, so behind all the distortion, I think you got a good track here. It sounds nicely mixed. The groove is really nice. I like all the sounds in it. Yeah, just an enjoyable track. Doesn't sound like anything else needs to be fixed in it. Yeah, it's a cool track. It's not like, giving me the chills and really making me like want to come back for more, but yeah, there's nothing wrong with it, and I think it sounds like proper good quality and professional and everything. It's just the distortion. But yeah, from a subjective point of view, not giving me the chills, or I don't know, I don't have a better word for it. It's not compelling me.
All right.
All right. Next up is Mickey Doc. There's Mickey Doc. That's you. No. Probably the first one. No. The search is so bad. Like, why is it not finding this? Is his name something else? Oh, there we go. Yeah, some really nice old school vibes, beautiful chords, beautiful vocal. It's really just the mix down on this that needs, I think, quite a lot of work. The low end is just rumble. It's like has no definition in it. So I think you probably just need to turn down like the sub of your chords and clean up the reverb down there. Like if you have reverb on the chords, don't have it on the insert, rather put it on a return, and then you can like just take an EQ and just take out all the low end from the reverb and like a bit of the mid range and just clean it up a bit. I like to take out the high end too. Just a nice clean reverb, because at the moment it's just the low end is just rumble. I think we just listen to it. Yeah, it needs a lot more definition down there. The kick drum has like this really sharp transient on it. I think you can probably just give a bit of a shelf to the kick drum. That clap, I think you can turn it down a bit or change it for I don't know, just for a different sounding clap. I'll just test out a few more and see if something else sounds nicer. But yeah, overall, it's mostly just like there's too much reverb on everything. And another thing I was thinking is the vocal. I don't like how it goes. I feel you when I close my, and then like the volume cuts down, and then my eyes, like fades in. Like I want to hear the full sentence, at least sometimes. Like maybe you did bring it through sometimes, but like especially in the breakdown, I was waiting to hear like the full thing. Yeah, like yeah, I'd like to hear the full thing, and then you can have like the delay tail like fade in or something. But yeah, I think with a solid mixdown on this, you got a really good track here. It's a bit old school, but maybe you can like modernize it a bit with really solid production and like really focusing on making sound stand out more. Nice one. Okay, Artham. Why am I on Spotify searching for Artham? Okay. Really, really, really like this one. Wow. Amazing. This drop here just hits so good. See, like this is kind of tune that I would come back to and listen to again a few times. It's really good. But I think it can be improved. I think the main critique I have is that some of the sounds that are coming in, like some of the pads and stuff, are just way too loud. Like they come in so harsh and like jump out of the mix. Also like some of the effects. It's just really like ear piercing. And then if you played this like on a huge system, it would absolutely destroy the ears. Like when I need to find a spot, but I think maybe around here actually a pad comes in. Yeah, right here. Just turn that pad down like, I don't know, 3 or 4 dB and that one obviously too. I think it's actually mostly that pad. That's just way too loud. But everything else feels really solid to me. The other thing was this first drop I didn't really like. Is it this one? For some reason, it felt too chaotic when I first heard it. Now that I know the melody, it doesn't feel that chaotic anymore, like I'm expecting it. But on the first listen, when this came in, I was kind of just expecting to drop into like a clean, just like kick and bass and like a bit of atmospheric stuff. And that might be more effective. And then you have like slowly fade in that melody and like introduce it more gracefully. But yeah, this part gives me the chills. It is so good. Yeah. Somebody was mentioning the bass needs to be fixed. I think the bass sounds solid. Well done. Who is next? Thissy. By the way, hello Twitch people. I see you. Okay, Thissy. Keep up the good work. Looking forward to your album. It sounds bloody amazing. ? Real and Juno vibes. Thank you. Let's find you. Mm-hmm. Jesus, that high end is already hurting my ears. It's so bright and like tinny, like above 10K.
voice fire, walking on your razor wire. Swear I'm fine, but I'm alive. And you don't even know my name. How my mouth drawn to your face.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm going to be able to sit through this song because it's honestly, it's hurting my ears. But it sounds like it's a nice track. It's just been, I don't know what you've done to it. The high end is so bright and sharp, and like it's really unbalanced. Like the vocal comes in so loud, much louder than everything else. And everything else just feels like it's been like over compressed and has like no life in it. Yeah, I think my advice is turn off all the compression, any OTT that you have, take off any like high-end boosting that you're doing, and just get the track mixed using the volume faders, using all your levels. And like, if you just do that and it's nice and balanced, then you won't need to do much else to it. It'll just sound good. Yeah, it just sounds like it's been overproduced, basically. Okay, I can't. I'm going to have go deaf. All right. So yeah, nice track, I think, behind all the overproducing there. But just, yeah, fix that up.
All right, all right.
Bjorn is up next. What is your message? Hey all, it's been a while, but I thought I'd submit another tune, something different. It's more of a down-tempo track. Would love some general feedback on it. Greetings from quarantine. What? Where do you live?
All right, all right.
Does this mean a skip?
Does Germany still do it? Does this mean a skip? I don't know what you mean. Oh, do you mean, do you skip the queue? Yes, you get into the paid queue. So I guess I should change the wording of that. Shouldn't be tipped to get to the front of the queue. It should be tipped to get priority over non-tipped tracks. Oh, just moral-wise, I'm keeping myself from others right now. Okay. What a nice guy. Let's check it out. Oh yeah, this is much slower than what I was expecting. Nice one, man. Really, really well produced. I love the drums. That clap is just doesn't get old. It like just sounds so crunchy and juicy. Love it. The slowness of it, I don't really like. Just it feels like it needs to be faster to me. But that's just a subjective thing. I think it could be like 10 BPM faster at least. But otherwise, yeah, it's like super hypnotic and just like people said, the kind of track you'd really enjoy sitting around a campfire eating, totally legal mushrooms. Some button mushrooms or, shiitake. I think it'd be really nice. But yeah, I've got nothing for you in terms of what to improve. It's the mix is on point. Should we hear it fast just for the sake of it? Bring it up like, let's see. That's too fast. Sounds sick. I think it works at this speed. You could do like a 6 a.m. mix and like a 12 p.m. mix or something. Yeah, that works, man. It really works. Do 2 mixes. Now listen to it. Automation and keep a bit of both. I think that would be a bit jarring. Hey, you got some Maximus in the building. Maximilian. MXV. And Brian. Okay, who's up next? We've got Low Shape and then Bamunya. Okay, solid tune. Really nice. I think there's two things I would change on it. Like the mixdown is great, but there's two elements that I'm not a big fan of. One is that meow. Sounds like some sort of cat meowing through the track. I just don't like that sound. And then the other one is this like flourish that you have every once in a while. I think it could just be improved. Like the notes that it plays goes kind of down the scale. I think if you just made some adjustments, like choosing different intervals, you could make it a lot more emotional. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Yeah, I think just you could choose some better notes for it. Jules kind of gives off the Commander Ross from the MCU vibes. What? I don't even know who that is. I'm going to Google him. Commander Ross. Seriously? Am I that old? I don't even have a moustache anymore. Wait, are you talking about him? Because that's even worse. Okay. Finally, we got some Manu back in the building. Pamunya. Always look forward to some Manu. Hmm? No, that's not from this week. Oh, there we go. Got another distorted kick drum. Yeah, it's really cool. I think I'd like to have the vocal a bit more forward. I like how the reverb is on it. Like it's all like washed out. That sounds really cool. And I also like the trance gate on it, but I think that trance gate should be like used sparingly. Like every once in a while, like a phrase or something has the gate on it. The gliding bass is nice, but I think after a while I kind of got tired of it. So I wonder if you like filtered it in and out so it wasn't at the front all the time, a bit more pushed back. But otherwise, I don't really have any other feedback. Cool tune. Nice one. Oh, and I was also thinking the low end feels maybe a little too loud. You could maybe bring that down a touch. Oh yeah, and the kick drum was distorted. So yeah, that's it, I think. Alrighty. Where are we now? Oh my gosh. I'm turning off donations because running out of time here. Actually, I'll do that while we're listening to the next track. Shri up next. Okay. Yeah, it's a cool track. As always, nicely mixed. I think it's got a similar like problem as with your other mixes. Like it feels a bit too harsh. Like the high end is like really loud and kind of starts piercing my ears a bit. So I think you could go a little softer on that. And the other thing is that I don't know. I feel like there's too many ideas in here. I feel like you need to like try and focus on finding like one thing that is strong and like really focus on enhancing that rather than like putting sample after sample after sample of like all these different instruments. It sounds cool and it's like really ambient and stuff, but like there's no one element in there that makes me want to come back for a second listen. It's like everything sounds nice, but I think it would be better to have like one really strong element and everything else kind of like is more pushed back and supporting it. Yeah, that's just my opinion. I think that was it. Oh, the other thing was on the drop that that first three notes, it felt like a bit off to me. I think you could probably find a nicer note for that section. And then there was one sample that I noticed sounded a bit out of key, and that was over here, I think. That note over here, I think, sounds out of key. Yeah, that one. And I don't know if you use that sample throughout, but if you do, you could maybe just like cut that section and pitch it into key. Okay. Ricardo Rangeles. And Juna Send. Wait, was it you that said you had a collaboration with... Who was it? Was it George? George Hevek, however you say it? Is this it? don't know if something's wrong with my ears today, but like these harsh high-end hats are just really like abrasive. Like they're piercing through my ears. So I'm going to leave this EQ on like this. Because it's just way more comfy to listen to. Okay. Yeah, it's a cool tune. I like it. I think, yeah, the high end is the first thing I would just turn down that shaker. It's like so loud and hurts my ears. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if you reference like, I don't know who I would reference for this. Yeah, just probably Tim Green. Although his hats are pretty bright, but they don't hurt my ears. Where is my music connection? Ah. Whatever. See, like, those don't hurt my ears at all. But this, yeah, those are just too loud, I think. referenced Makebo. I think sometimes like when you reference a track and you try and match the levels of everything like exactly, it just doesn't work sometimes because like the character of your shaker might be different to the character of theirs, and getting it to the exact same like peak level might be harsh on one shaker and gentle on another. I don't know, it's just, I think you like reference to a point, but if something feels like it's too loud, then just don't keep it like that just because the reference tracks is that loud. Like, just trust your ears a bit and turn it down. The other thing was this dun, 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 this melody. I feel like it's a bit buried. Like you could, like if it's covered in reverb, like push down that reverb a bit and like make that element slightly more present. I think I would just like to hear like a solid transient on it and like really be able to feel that element more, because I think it's the strongest element. But it kind of feels like it's not being presented as the main element. But otherwise, really nice. Okay. Next up is Nikola Jovanovic, and then Divyang Patel, and then we got Vlosky, and then Leichsen. I don't know how you say that. And Blueprints, and then Leander Wagner, and then we're done. Okay, Nikola. What do you mean it doesn't sound like this? In what way? What? The percussion sound out of sync. I don't know how that would be possible. It's just playing one audio file. What? It's in sync now. I never noticed anything out of sync. Oh, I know what was happening. It was probably feeding back through my mic because I turned down my volume. Okay, sorry about that. I don't know why that happened because I've never had that issue before. Okay, I think like the drums and the bass and everything sound really good. I was again like my ears were hurting with the high end, so I turned down my my main volume here. So I don't know if there's something wrong with my ears today or something, because like every single track almost has been like really piercing to my ears. But other than that, the lead just felt really repetitive to me. Like by the time it got to to the end of this section, I was like, okay, I'm over that lead. And it kind of just seems to continue through the whole track, like just repeating that same thing, and it's not really doing anything for me, like emotionally. So, yeah, I don't know if that is the element that you're remixing or if you added that, but yeah, my subjective opinion is that it just isn't strong enough to be repeated for so long. So yeah, I think that's it. Okay. Divyang Patel. No. You'll name something else. Okay, I can't find you. Divyang, what's your name in SoundCloud? I mean, on Discord. Is that you, Ram845? It's down. I do not see it. Can you at least give me a clue, like the name or something? R4M, I'm not doing your track now because I'm doing all the donations first, like it says on the screen. And I'm looking for Divyang's now. Okay, I'm gonna wait about 10 more seconds for some sort of clue to the track name. Or at least if you could like resend it or something, because I cannot find it. Okay, I'm going to the next track. Vlosky. What's up next? Okay, not a huge fan of the vocal. Just doesn't, it's not giving me the feels in this track. There's like this plucky sound that kind of detuned. That sounds out of key. And then this other melody over here just feels really random, like there's no kind of like melodic nature to it. It's just, it feels like just notes just randomly placed. Yeah, like it's not like a memorable phrase, kind of like melodies like generally like have sort of some sort of flow to them. This just doesn't feel like it flows. They just feel like very, like each note is like almost being played in isolation. It has no connection to the previous notes. That's just like the feeling I get from it. Otherwise, I'm not so sure like the big 909 hat really fits the style of this track either. It's like quite aggressive and like big, and this feels like a bit more like of an ambient kind of chill out track. Yeah, I think that's pretty much most of it. The kick could be maybe a little lower down too, like pitch down a bit to just give it a bit more weight. But yeah, I think that's pretty much everything that I heard there. Right, cool. Next up is Lixon. I don't know how to say that. Let me first try search, see if we get lucky. Yeah, it worked. Okay, I just need to crank this up a little bit. I'm going to use a limiter. Okay, I'm running out of time, so I think I'm gonna kind of not listen all the way through. But I get the whole point of the track. Just double check that nothing fancy is happening. Okay, I think it's nicely mixed. The low end feels good. The kick drum sits really nicely. It's a cool groove, and like overall the atmosphere is nice. Everything that's there is nice, but it feels a bit like I was just getting a bit bored listening through it. Feels like probably something that is like made for, just to be like a groover, like in the background, not really for like active listening. I think it needs like a hook of some sort to bring it into a more listenable way, at least in my opinion. So yeah, I think that's pretty much all I have to say about that. All right, I got to move quickly now because I'm running out of time.
I keep running away from my problem. Feel the beat of my heart is like a drum. I just keep on moving forward. Every day it feels like I'm not going anywhere. If you say you love me, does that mean that you care about me? I wanna feel something inside. Please make it real. Please no more lies. Every day I think of you. I'ma keep racing. The way you talk to me, it feels like destiny. Will you be my baby? I just wanna give you all I got, even though I ain't got a lot. Tell me what you really want from me. I've been living life like a movie. I wanna feel something inside. Please make it real. Please no more lies. Every day I think of you. I'ma keep racing.
Okay, yeah, that was something different. It's well produced. It's not my style of music. I don't really listen to this sort of like, feels kind of like R&B-ish to me. Doesn't do anything for me emotionally. So, but I can tell it's nicely produced, and I think the only part that didn't sound good to me was that bit, that bass guitar. It just doesn't sit right compared to the rest of the track.
Please make it real. Please no more talk to me.
I think maybe it's just too loud, but yeah, it feels like it's clashing with the track. Like it's just not sitting nicely in the mix. Yeah, sorry, Divyang. I was trying to talk to you for like 5 minutes and eventually had to skip to the next one because I could not find your track and you weren't responding. And now I'm out of time, so I won't be able to get to it. The last person is Leander. Oh. Okay, so I think it's mostly just mixing stuff in here that really needs a lot of work. The bass is like really boomy. Let me just turn up this waveform so we can see it properly. So yeah, the kick drum with the bass is like really boomy. So I think you can turn down the bass quite a bit. And then like all the musical stuff is too quiet compared to like the hi-hats and stuff and the bass. So it's like at the moment, like the front of the mix, you've got bass and like hi-hats and the snare and stuff. And everything else is like really buried. So bringing up all that other stuff will help a lot. And I think also like bringing down the reverb on everything quite a bit too, because it's quite like smeared and washed out. The piano chords are quite nice. And I don't really feel this acid line, but I don't seem to like that acid sound too much. Very seldomly. Sometimes I like it. But yeah, lots of people do really like that acid sound, so don't change it for me. Okay, cool. I think that was pretty much it. I gotta shoot off, guys. Thanks for joining me today. And yeah, I'll see you next week. Have a good weekend. Goodbye.